Shinobi Ninja is an incredible band full of, it's the best individual musicians and dancers and songwriters and chefs and DJs in New York City. Like, we all basically met at this place in Hell's Kitchen called Progressive Studios, and it was wild. It's this recording studio that did hourly stuff, and they also had a couple rooms of producers that worked out of there. So you had like all these personalities clashing and working together at the same time. It's like the Wild West of the music scene. There's 6 members of our band. I'm Terminator Dave, but Dave Machinist. My brother's Maniac Mike. Then there's Johnny on the Rocks playing bass. And there's DJ Axis and Baby G and DA. We said to ourselves, we're gonna make some kind of a video game that stars us, that is the band, and that is everything we are. It's got our music in it, it'll have our videos. You can choose to play one of us, but it'll be like a classic side-scrolling game, because you gotta fight to get to the show. The storyline of the game, you could actually extrapolate that into a real story. Downstairs is the Gramercy Theater, and we played there. But we played there because I was like, this guy Harvey Leeds, who is one of the guys who books the place. I had to call him, and I was trying to get the show, and then finally he gives us the show, and we promote really, really, really hard, and it was like Spinal Tap, going out into the streets, being in the subway, running from cops because you're putting flyers all over the subway, and it's like urban warfare, but on a music level. But it's basically this game. We did this in real life, but when you're playing it, you can be like, wow, that's interesting. I just shared something with this band, and I know them a little bit better. We said to ourselves, well, we want these things, and it was, us as the characters of the game. It's going to be a side-scrolling fighting game because we're going to simulate fighting and getting to the show. It has to be GPS components so where we can connect to the fan who's trying to come to our show. How are we going to put butts in the seats? And one way we've been doing it is, people are rewarded if they come to the show, if they get their tickets early. Or what if you could just reward them with whatever you feel like because, the interface was already in their pocket and in their palm, So we decided that it was a good idea to make this big, fusion of things. And when we came back, we were like, this is what we want it to be. And we found a team that was just as hungry as us, and they killed it. Interrobang Entertainment and Cerulean Games, these 2 companies came on, and we made a real product, and it was a lot of sweat. Basically, we have 3 versions of the game, and these 3 versions are designed so that we can reward our users for coming to our shows and interacting with us. First version is light, it's 10 megabytes, and you can download it through 3G. Second version is Shinobi Live, and that's the entire game, but it comes with just 1 level and 1 song unlocked. So you basically get to touch the game and play with it, with the idea that if you come to our show and you select Shinobi Live, which is inside the game, it connects to our server and checks to see if your GPS coordinates are the coordinates of our show. And if those coordinates match, the rest of the game unlocks and you're sitting there playing with it because you came to our show. We wanted to have more levels first off, but you also have to decide to yourself you're building from scratch, What does the money you have allow you to do? And if we really wanted to build it, we would have needed a few more $1,000s, But in the next new updates, we're gonna have some really, really cool stuff. And I can't really talk about it too much right now, but at the least, this is what we've got, and the patent's pending.